I showed you this video a few days ago when we were in here in the studio. Do you remember the argument where the guy comes in the room and points a gun at him, and then he walks out, and then all you see? Okay, so I'm going to give everyone the rundown real quick. So and I'll show little bits of the video. I can't show the whole thing because it'll get demonetized, taken down.
It's horrible.
There's a guy laying on his bed, and you see the camera and feet, and then you see this older guy come in, and
he's in the doorway.
He's in the doorway and threaten the guy in the bed and point a gun at him. And the guy in the bed is just saying things like, you know, you're not going to shoot me. You'll go to prison your entire life, whatever. And then you see a woman come into the screen, and her pants are at the floor, right? And she's trying to pull him up, and then
and she's saying like, stop.
Yeah, trying to stop the situation. They slam the door, and as that guy who had the gun is walking away, the guy in the bed thinks he hears him say, I'm going to shoot him in the head and you, and threaten the woman. Well, that woman is the mother, the actual birth mother of the guy laying on the bed. So he goes out of the room and he says, you know, what did you say? Like a son sticking up for a mom, concerned. And the guy turns around and points the gun at him again. And he says, you know, you're not going to shoot me. And then boom, pulls the trigger. The next you see, because all we're getting is first person view, you guys, you don't see the guy behind the camera at all. And then you see the camera go down, like hands are down, and then blood starts dripping on the floor. Literally shot the guy. And I don't know about you, but like this argument didn't feel escalated to me. They weren't even shouting. They weren't even yelling. It was really strange that it got to the point that somebody got shot.
The guy with the gun was yelling. The older man with the gun, he was yelling. The guy laying in the bed, he was irritated, but he wasn't like yelling. They weren't having a screaming match, I guess. Right. But it was escalated. He was pointing a gun at him and yelling at him.
Yeah, I just meant verbally, though. It didn't feel like the action met the words of
but we don't know happened before that video.
We don't. We got some additional information. He's actually been taking some interviews. So to give a brief rundown, and I will have cut the video somewhere in here, maybe right after we gave that rundown there, but and take out the shooting part. But come to find out, the woman was in the restroom and heard this yelling going on. That's why her pants were down. She was running and rushing to de-escalate this situation. The guy laying in the bed said there was no way that he thought that he was going to shoot him. No way at all. That the guy is a recovering alcoholic, and when he drinks dark liquor, he gets angry, and he gets angry for no reason at all. And he said, you know, all of them in that house that day were partying and stuff, and they were all kind of out of it. You know, he's completely healed. It went through his ear, which I didn't know that at the time, but went through his ear. He got rushed to the hospital and got stitches. Here's the crazy part. Okay. So that's all I knew about it a few days ago. Then, they call 911, rightfully so. They should, right? 911 gets there, and they have a 2.5 hour standoff with that guy, which ultimately ends with him shooting himself, ending himself. Yeah. And during the son's interview, the son is saying that he believes, because that boyfriend had been with his mom for like 5 years, a long time. He believes that he thought he really ended him. So he believed that the boyfriend was in the house thinking, well, I'm going to jail for the rest of my life, or I'm going to do this. And unfortunately, he chose to turn the gun on himself. But this video has been getting a ton of attention, like a lot of attention, even though this happened in January. It is January. A lot of attention. Well, May of last year, I think.
Oh,
If I'm wrong, I'll edit the correction in the screen, but I believe it's May of last year. It's been out for a little bit. The guy's ears completely healed and everything like that, so he just got some stitches. But
he tried to headshot him.
yes. So luckily they had been wasted that day, because that's probably what saved him. Because like, and I was looking too, when I was watching the interview, I was thinking, this guy must have like really big ears or something. Like they must stick out really far. No, they are like flush with his skin. So how it went through his ear blows my mind, you guys. Blows my mind.
It must have just grazed his ear.
It went through it. Through and through his ear. It went through it. He had to have stitches to close the hole. It went through it. So very lucky, very, very lucky.
What the heck?
Yeah, I know.
I'm confused.
It is insane. But isn't that a crazy turn of events with this video?
I mean, yeah, kind of. I mean,
I didn't think it was real at first. It was so bizarre and so crazy.
It was bizarre.
I thought it was set up, because that is the perfect angle to have, where, you know, a shot goes off. It could have been a blank, and then you just see drops of red.
And then he panics and starts going to the back door and going like this, and the video ends.
Yep. Well, he runs out. When the video ends, 911's called. His mom runs out the other door. Cops show up, have a 2.5-hour standoff, which ultimately leads to, you know, the turned gun on himself. So, interesting turn of events in that situation. You'd have no idea just from watching the video. And I can only hope the best for the guy. The guy said his mom had to go through like some trauma recovery and things like that, because it's simultaneously sad. Like, it is interesting, bizarre, and sad. She was with him for 5 years, and the guy said they actually had a pretty good relationship till recently. It sounds like that guy and his mom met in Alcoholics Anonymous, which is great if they're both having issues and they're trying to get help. But something happened, and, you know, he had been drinking, and some issues had started to occur over the last month, and it just escalated really quick. You know, it sounds like he could be a guy that just can't control his alcohol. And, you know, unfortunately, this is what happened in that situation.
Dude, that can't control your alcohol is an understatement. Because, geez.
Yeah, pulling out a gun. And, yeah, I know.
Like, I've seen people get in fights because they can't control their alcohol, but not pull out a gun like that.
And make a headshot.
Yeah.
Like, ooh, it is wild, you guys. I'm curious how you guys feel about it. Let me know if you've seen the video, if you thought it was real, if you thought it was fake. I mean, I could tell the gun was real very clearly, especially seeing the muzzle when the shot took place and everything. But it could be a blank, you know. I had no idea, but I was blown away by it. And then to hear this and find this out, and the interview was with a reputable, it was through Law and Crime Network. So, I mean, they do background. This story is legit. It is real.
Yeah, I did feel a little bit too perfect with the way it was filmed, but I mean, I don't know. I still thought it was probably real.
Wild stuff.
It is wild. Whoa.
Yeah. Let me know what you guys think.